Right, Vaughn. Andre
Him
went live a long time. He's been going live since he's been out there talking about how peaceful and safe it is, and right. And now they've been threatened since they've been there because they're black. They don't want them there because they're black. You know. Yeah, it was. You're right, One Spirit. It could get funny sometimes, especially when you go on Paul Brown and I'm a Forces page. It get funny, like you said. Sometimes we gotta laugh to keep from crying because that shit is ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. These are grown people. These are grandmamas, that's out there and getting people to trying to get other people to come out there to shit in buckets with them and not be able to bathe, not be able to wash. You can't take a shower. There was somebody, you remember Wonderland, the lady came over on the panel and she said that do you remember Wonderland? The lady came over on the panel and she said that one of the ladies said she had to wash her vagina with the water from the water bottle. That's all she
right.
said.
Yep.
She had to use that
Who
water.
wanna live like that? I'd rather move in a shelter
Right.
before
Some of these
mm-mm-mm.
people actually selling their homes, leaving their jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Like you really preying on people.
Yep, Lex in the comments, she said she heard it too. She had to use a water bottle to wash her private part. You can't even wash your whole body. What's the use? You can't even wash your whole body. What's the use? Spirit, you're absolutely right.
It's like some people just want to believe in something, and then you have scammers. Some
Right.
people want to believe in something. They do want something. They're like, oh, here's a black man, trying to help us. So they do be gullible
Right.
like that. So who don't want to believe in something?
Yeah, because he educates them a little bit. And so, it's a wow to them because those are things that they didn't know, before. So they're looking at him like he's smart. And then he has this plan, to take over their county by voting their people in. You know what I'm saying? And so they're down with it. They believe it. Like you said, they want something to believe in. And they feel like they're going to be the commissioners, they're going to be the sheriff, they're going to be the treasurer, the judge. They really believe this shit. And then they fight with their families because their families trying to get them not to go out there. You have the houses, and have you seen any houses that he's given away? But you're leaving your job, your home, to go move out there to live in a tent while you wait for him to build you a house? And they're using the same wood from January. Y'all know where he got that wood from? The YMCA that he called the hotel. That wood was used wood from the beginning. And we know because we watched them hammer nails out of it. And they've been recycling and recycling. Even the last group just that he has now, one of the ladies that left, she said that every time they tried to nail a nail in that wood, the wood split. Because y'all gotta remember, it's out there it's not covered up. It's not covered up. It's not covered up. He has no intentions of really building no houses. Hey, see everybody. Did you want to say something? See with the body?
Oh no, I accidentally got on. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. Lex, I'm thankful you didn't too. There's a lot of people that have that discernment, but there's some people that, they just didn't have any other way. And they felt like this man is helping, us women, and we got to band with them. And that's what those people are thinking. But then they're also not thinking they're lying for him. Those people that's been with him from the beginning, like your Two Lanes, Andre Bradford, Jasmine
They
Braxton.
becoming who he is.
Right. You know, they're lying
Mhm.
for him. None of those people have houses, and they've been with him for 4 years. Co-conspirators, absolutely. They've been lying for him, and they're recruiting people on those lies, knowing that they don't even have a place to stay. They quit their jobs and they moved there too. And now they're saying they're not leaving because they gave Malcolm their money for this property. It's not in their
Wow.
name, so there's nothing they can do about it. I'm
See,
glad you did, Kay.
yeah, hey Kay, that's the same thing I did. Seen that little thing on TikTok about one of free house, and I went in there with I think I stayed in there for a good couple hours. And talking about you have to commit to come in on, they go live twice a day, and you got to come back at 6 o'clock. And I'm like, these people have lost their minds.
And they do it too. That's how you know people just, I don't understand. I be looking
Man, I
at this
read
stuff like, man, people are really easy to be taken advantage of,
Manipulated.
like manipulated. Yeah.
Because they should have went out there first before they and saw what it was about before they took their kids out there. And the fact that you have your kids and you left a 5-bedroom home, and then you're in the interview riding around in the truck with them while your kids are with, you don't even know these people. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And you're riding around being interviewed, and he's telling you, how did you become an MPOP? She said she was scrolling on TikTok and she understood the assignment. Not yet line protector, but the feds are brewing up a case on him. But yeah, that Malcolm, he's been lying to these people from the beginning. He had no intentions of building any houses. Not one. Not one house has been built. Not one. Not one house. And now he's inviting more people out there. And you guys could look it up in the Houston Chronicles. They are suing him for burning trash and shit. It's I can't make it up. That's got to be the worst thing you could be sued for, burning shit. But you're burning it on somebody else's property. But the thing is, Malcolm ain't out there pooping in no bucket. He got y'all out there pooping in buckets while he goes to Pecos with and gets a room, has one of those girls get a room. And whoever paid for the room, I guess that's who's with him that night.
It looked like he back at the funeral home
Yeah.
in Indiana.
Ain't no
But from what I seen, I was like, oh, he back at the funeral home
Yeah, probably. Because, he has a court date there, too.
tomorrow, right?
No, there's one on the 8th in Texas, and it's one on the 9th in Indiana. I'm sure he's called them and told them, you know what I'm saying, that, yes, feces, actual shit, one spear. It's in the burning shit. And those people out there in Loving County had to sit there and smell that shit. And then the property that they burnt the shit on, it wasn't even his property. Being sued for, yes, feces. Human waste is how they put it in the
Pads,
paper.
all that.
Sanitary napkins, diapers, all that shit.
Mhm.
They don't have any waste. They don't have any sewer. There's no running water. They can't flush the toilet. That ones that they have in the RVs. They just put bleach in it. After they poop in it, they put bleach in it. I don't know who empties it, and I'm trying to figure out who emptied all those buckets and put it in the fire in the first place. That's some weird, nasty shit. And you had to already be nasty to live out there like that. I'm sorry. I don't care. I don't care. You had to already been some type of nasty to even be out there this long. And you can't wash your ass. And you washing your vagina with a water bottle. That's a damn shame.
I went,
You
how
don't
they,
have a reward. No, they don't have any rewards.
where is the people getting food from? Water and food, and like, what are they working?
Maybe your guess is good as mine. Now they're trying to get jobs there, but they can't get any jobs there. I mean, it's a small town, and everybody knows everybody. And there's been people that is working out there that's come on this live. Oh yeah, well I saw them in the laundromat. They were talking about lawsuits. They don't even know who they talking in front of.
Hmm.
And everybody knows what he looks like, so everybody has eyes on him. When he is there, I believe he's in Indiana now. But like they say, Vaughn said that Malcolm is talking on live, and he has Brittany, talking with them. That's his new, what I'm saying, woman in charge. He don't took Juanita and Trisha's spot. That shit is hilarious. And one of them's supposed to be pregnant. If his wife had her baby yet, but she's due this month. Well, she was due last month, actually. So he had two people pregnant at the same time.
Lord.
And his ex-wife came on here and said that he put a pew-pew up her vagina. He's very abusive. Had her head between the washer and dryer several occasions. And she came on the live and she said that she said it was all true. Herself, Cassie.
That man got shifty eyes. He just looked like he up to no good.
Mm-hmm. But they can't see it. I don't know what he got over him, but they can't see
All
it.
over his face. Snake oil salesman.
Absolutely. He said he had a car. Does he get in car accidents and he gets settlements from there? He bought a bunch of cars, a bunch of lemons, and sold them. He had a 1999 Impala that he had Juanita paying a car note for every month, and told her said she wasn't keeping up with her car notes. He was going to repossess it, and she couldn't even get it fixed when it broke down. She didn't even have insurance on it. She lost her Section 8 behind that nigga, and she's still following him, helping them lie. And he's not doing nothing for them. Y'all forgot when he had her on live while he was in the mall, and she was out there in that property, and it was hot as shit. She was talking about how hot it was, and he told her, you better go find a tree and sit on when there's no trees out there. He clowns the shit out of them. Had him out there selling water. Then he passed by on live in the truck. Good, I finna go buy me some water. When he the one that got him out there selling it. And I believe they selling more than water. Because Juanita said they want what we got. What y'all got besides, because their employees have water for them. What do you have that they don't have? Because they got plenty of water. People out there selling other stuff too, I believe. But the people are starting to complain about them, and they block access from him using the roads. So every time they go back and forth to that property, they're trespassing, and they can be sued for that. So the longer they stay out there, they have to pay a fine. And if I'm not mistaken, it's like $250 per day that you're out there. So y'all gonna owe a lot of money for trying to stay out there because you feel like you own that property. It's uninhabitable. I believe it, Chocolate. I believe it. I believe it. Yeah, absolutely. Well, like I said, this live is for awareness. Everybody should know about them by now. But like I said, you guys, get in them on my page and look at those receipts, repost them so you can stop your family members from going out there, because there's been a lot of people on here that their family members, they've been trying to talk their family members out of, just leaving them out there. They're trying to tell them that he's a scam. And see, this is how Malcolm turns those people against their family, so all they have is him. and therefore he has total control over them. They're not listening to nobody. Those people out there has offered help several times to those people. They won't take it because they feel like they're not being loyal to Malcolm. But Malcolm's not out there. Malcolm's in at his house with his wife and his kids while they out there shitting in buckets. Malcolm has a toilet. Malcolm has a shower. Not that he uses it, but he has access to one. Y'all have to go pay for a hotel room to take a shower. And that group, ain't no way. I'm not understanding why y'all still out there, because I know y'all in the hallway listening. I don't understand why y'all still out there. It don't make no sense. What are you fighting for? You're fighting to go to jail. Y'all really gonna get them free houses with bars attached. And you ain't gonna be able to come and go like you want to.
Right. And your kids gonna be in
I
the
feel
state
bad for the
custody.
kids. I really feel bad for the kids.
Because they're gonna be, those are the ones that's gonna be in. And like I said, I don't know anything about Texas, but so many people have said in so many words that because it's going to be hard for you to get them back. Ain't no way I'll put my child in that situation where my child has to poop in a bucket, where my child can't take a shower or a bath before they lay down and go to sleep. So imagine where they're laying down and going to sleep at. They can't wash no sheets. They ain't washed themselves. So just a week, those sheets is dull. They awful. They gotta be awful. They gotta be awful in a week. If you're going to sleep on those same sheets every day, every night for a week, taking a shower. Imagine how those sheets are, how bad those sheets are. And they don't have no choice. So with that being said, y'all gotta do better with your children. You have to protect your children and not allow them to get in the hands of other people that you can't do nothing about. Because once those people get a hold of your children, you have to do what they tell you to do. You're gonna have to show those people that you have a house, you have a roof, or you can provide for those kids. And being out there on that property is not it, because you can't provide running water, you can't provide a sewer, you can't provide a toilet for the child, you can't provide a tub for the child to get in, you can't provide a shower. You can provide electricity, but what happens when you can't get to the gas station and get some more gas for those generators? What happens then when you run out of money out there and it's cold as shit right now? Nobody should be out there now. But they're back and forth. They're still out there on that property. 30 plus families. So imagine how many kids out there, because there's at least 3 adults out there with 5 kids each. So imagine how many kids are out there. And none of them are in school. Only one child out that whole group goes to school. The rest of them are being so-called homeschooled. And Malcolm don't homeschool his own kids. Make it make sense, y'all. And like I said, I know for a fact they listen. They're in the hallway. But like I said, this live is just for awareness, so people know. This mugshot is actually from last year, March of 2024, where he assaulted the caseworker that came over out in school. And he's not even homeschooling the kids. His daughter said that. The one that he said that was going to be the judge of Loving County or Tanner County. She walked to the police station, fed up, told him everything. Even when he locked the younger daughter in the basement for a whole month with a dead dog. That came from his brother, his oldest brother. And he's been on my lives before, letting brother's been lying since he came out the womb. And if you can't believe their own siblings, who you gonna believe? I'm just saying. Hey, Chamomile. I didn't see you in there, and Elena. Red Nose Bully. Thank y'all, Hey Shay, for coming in, and Lion Protector. I appreciate you guys. But like I said, keep spreading the lives, spreading the reposts, so people knows. You know, he's saying that he's trying to. He never went over there and threatened to take those people's livelihoods. Now he's saying that they're racist and they don't want them there because they're black. He says there's no black people living there, but he sent several people into a restaurant there in Mentone that's owned by a black woman. A black family lives there. There's Mexicans that lives there. There's all races that lives there. So why would they be mad because you're coming out there? It's only because he went out there and threatened their livelihoods. That's it. But with that being said, you guys, I'm going to get on out of here, and I'll be back tomorrow night. And thank you, Wonderland and Miss Carter, for coming up. And please, Paul Brown, also follow I'm a Force, and you'll get those receipts. He calls himself Dr. Malcolm Tanner. You're welcome, Chocolate. And all the receipts are on my page. And thank you. And y'all have a good night and enjoy your holidays with your families.
All right, Erica.
Good night.
All right, good night.